Cape Breton Island in Canada is a natural paradise. With its breathtaking shoreline and diverse flora and fauna, it's a haven for wildlife enthusiasts and adventurers alike. But as the tragic case of Taylor Mitchell shows, even the most serene of settings can harbor danger. On October 27, 2009, a horrifying incident occurred when 19-year-old Taylor Mitchell was fatally attacked by coyotes while on a solo tour of eastern Canada. This type of attack had never been seen before in Canada. It was the first of its kind. Join us as we delve deep into the unfortunate story of Taylor Mitchell and explore the circumstances surrounding her untimely death. Coyotes are highly adaptable creatures, and their genetic makeup has evolved over time due to interbreeding with wolves in Ontario and Quebec. This has resulted in a larger and more formidable animal that is capable of stalking and killing even the largest prey, including moose. Coyotes are also highly intelligent and curious, which allows them to live near human settlements and scavenge for food. Although coyote attacks on humans are rare, the presence of coyote pups in the area may have triggered the animal's aggressive behavior. It was a shocking and unprovoked attack that left the entire Canadian music community in mourning. Taylor Mitchell was a rising star in the Canadian folk music industry, a gifted musician with a bright future ahead of her. Despite her young age of only 19, she had already made a name for herself, captivating audiences with her soulful voice and poetic lyrics. She was living her dream, having signed a record deal with Backroad Tavern Productions and releasing her debut album For Your Consideration, which was met with critical acclaim. As a passionate musician, Taylor was eager to share her music with as many people as possible, embarking on a solo tour of Eastern Canada. She was excited to hit the road, having recently obtained her driver's license and a car to make the journey easier. On October 28th, Taylor had an upcoming performance in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, but arrived 2 days early. Being an environmentalist and nature lover, Taylor took the opportunity to explore the Cape Breton Highlands National Park. The park's 93,000 hectare acres of land housed dozens of inviting hiking trails, and Taylor decided to take the Skyline Trail, which is one of the most popular hiking trails on the island. Apart from the fresh air and gentle slope, the Skyline Trail is known for providing an opportunity to observe wild animals in their natural habitat. Taylor was excited about experiencing both. She started her hike at 2:30 p.m., passing by a couple on her way. The couple continued to hike and spotted 2 large coyotes in the opposite direction. They even managed to capture a photograph of them. Shortly after, they heard loud cries but couldn't discern whether it was an animal or a human. Coyotes' howls can sound eerily similar to human cries. Disturbed by the sound, the couple rushed to the parking lot and called 911. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police were immediately notified and an ambulance was dispatched. However, the coyotes had caught up with Taylor on the access road, growling fiercely and half-charging at her. The creatures saw Taylor as prey rather than a human. Despite having a pocket knife, Taylor couldn't fend off the predators. The coyotes overpowered her, biting her legs and fingers as she tried to fight back. They pushed her toward the top of the hill, where she tripped and fell. The coyotes then attacked her ferociously, tearing her clothes and biting her head and legs until she was severely wounded. As she desperately tried to find a way to escape, Taylor retreated towards the bathroom but was unable to open the door. Eventually, she ran towards the trees, where she fell down from blood loss and injuries. Meanwhile, a group of hikers found Taylor's belongings and headed up the trail to investigate. They found her camera and noticed blood and extra clothing. As they turned the corner, they saw Taylor lying on the ground with a lone coyote standing over her. The hikers charged at the coyote in an attempt to save Taylor, but it was aggressive toward them. Eventually, the coyote ran away, but not before inflicting multiple bites on Taylor's head and legs. When the Royal Canadian Mounted Police arrived, they initially thought that Taylor had been attacked by a bear. However, they quickly realized that it was a coyote attack and fired a shotgun at the animal to drive it off. Despite the efforts of the doctors, Taylor's injuries were too severe and she died from blood loss shortly after. The tragic attack on Taylor by coyotes in Cape Breton Highlands National Park left many wondering why the creatures would attack a human. Theories and speculations arose on what could have caused the attack, but none of them could be proven. Some people suggested that Taylor may have accidentally come across a coyote, while others thought that she may have fed the coyotes, leading them to expect food from humans. But without concrete evidence, officials started to reassess the dangers that coyotes pose to humans in the park. Their investigation led them to hunt down the rogue coyotes responsible for the attack. However, Taylor's mother opposed the killing of the coyotes, despite the tragedy that befell her daughter. She believed that Taylor, an environmentalist, would not have wanted their deaths. Taylor's mother stated that people assume a calculated risk when they spend time in nature and that wildlife has its domain. Her statement highlights the importance of respecting nature and the inherent risks involved in exploring the great outdoors. Despite her mother's opposition, 4 coyotes were hunted down, including the aggressive female and a large male coyote near the Skyline Trail. Investigators determined that 3 coyotes were responsible for the attack, evidenced by Taylor's blood found on their fur. It was noted that a large male coyote, previously spotted near the access road and standing over Taylor's body when she was discovered, was irrefutably identified as the alpha of the group. Shotgun pellets were still embedded in the animal's coat, found to have been discharged by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The large male coyote and aggressive female appeared to be part of a larger pack. The other 2 members belonging to this family unit were also present at the scene. The tragic death of Taylor Mitchell in 2009 was not the only instance of coyote aggression in the area. Just a few weeks earlier, in November of that year, a coyote approached a couple and was hit with a stick by the man. Similarly, 10 months after Taylor's attack, a 16-year-old girl was bitten on the head while on a camping trip with her parents. This behavior was unusual, as coyotes were generally seen as fearful of humans. Experts noticed that coyotes had been around people for a long time undetected. While some favored reducing the coyote population through culling, others rejected this route, claiming it would not have a lasting impact, since coyotes reproduce at an expeditious rate. The government of Nova Scotia declared a $20 bounty on coyotes, but this did not apply to the park where Taylor was attacked. Despite this, Taylor's mother, inspired by her daughter's passion for the environment, established the Taylor Mitchell Legacy Trust. The organization aims to promote community outreach for music and other art forms, while also educating people about habitat preservation. Taylor was a beautiful soul who cared deeply about music and the environment. Her mother's response to the attack showed that they both understood the complex relationship between humans and nature. Although Taylor's life was cut short, her music continues to live on and inspire people today. The incidents of coyote aggression highlighted the need for a better understanding and management of wildlife in areas where humans coexist with these animals. Coyotes are intelligent and adaptable creatures that have learned to survive in close proximity to humans, but this also means that there is a risk of conflict. Experts recommend that people take precautions when spending time in areas where coyotes are known to reside. This includes not approaching or feeding the animals, keeping pets on leashes, and making noise to alert coyotes to your presence. If encountering a coyote, people should not turn their backs or run, but rather stand tall and make themselves look big, while making loud noises and throwing objects to scare the animal away. In the end, the tragic death of Taylor Mitchell was a reminder of the importance of respecting nature and the animals that share our planet. While we cannot control the actions of wild animals, we can take steps to minimize the risks associated with their presence. Through education and outreach, we can learn to coexist peacefully with the wildlife around us and appreciate the beauty of our natural world. Thank you for watching this video. We hope that by sharing her story, we can raise awareness about the importance of wildlife conservation and the potential dangers of touring in remote areas. Our thoughts are with Taylor's family, friends, and fans, and we encourage everyone to continue to celebrate her music and legacy. Thank you for honoring Taylor's memory with us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and we'll see you in the next video.